Welcome back to Mountain Jim Card Collectibles. Hope you're having a great week so far. So today I am actually going over a preview or a review of possibly Panini's last licensed NBA basketball set for quite a while. If you know anything about Topps Fanatics, they have the licensing for the NBA coming up. And so Panini is leaving the scene. And not just leaving the scene, but, leaving the scene with a big high-end product. Which, honestly, I just don't agree with. I just don't know why sports card collectors are getting thrown into, like we're purchasing, brand new Lamborghinis or big pickup trucks. It's just ridiculous. So to start off with, I'm at the Panini site, and if you look, this product is sold out. It's the 2024 to 2025 Panini Eminence NBA Trading Card box set. And they're saying that, the release date was September 29th, 2025. So I'm not exactly sure if that was the actual official release date. So maybe you can get on YouTube today and find some people ripping this product open. But, the issue I take with this product is, the names of the players that they've thrown in it. Honestly, you could just go track down, these players' autographs online and you won't pay near the cost, of a $40,000 price tag. If you have $40,000 to throw around on a box of cards, I'd say you have a lot of money, to say the least. I could imagine, some breaking companies ripping this product open. But, back to what it is. You can just go and track down these autographs elsewhere, which I would probably recommend doing to save money. So it's kind of a joke. And this just came out on September 29th. And they're talking about the return of this product. So let's just go over a little bit of the history of this product. The Eminence brand made its debut with 2014 to 2015 Eminence basketball and similar to releases for 2003 to 2004 Upper Deck Exquisite Collection basketball, which was $500 per box. Honestly, I prefer this 2003 to 2004 Upper Deck Exquisite Collection basketball. Why not? Chase down some LeBron James rookies. Anyway. Along with Monday's release of Eminence Basketball, Panini is expected to release 2024 Eminence Football in October. A retail price isn't currently listed for that set. The retailer Blowout Cards has a placeholder price of $22,999.95 per box. And so, they talk about the high-end price that they usually fetch on the secondary market. But, when you look at that card, let's face it, that's not like a big standout card. That card could be from any other Panini NBA basketball set, So if you're someone who's lured in with big price tags, maybe this set's for you. But honestly, you have to kind of stand back and look at it for what it is. Is it that special? Honestly, I don't think it is. Here I am at Beckett, and I'm going to hit the checklist to see if there's really anything that stands out on it. And let's face it, we know that the big standout that, would inspire a cost like this is not there. And who would that be? Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan, has that exclusive agreement with Upper Deck. So they can put a big price tag on it, but to an extent, it's kind of a joke. 2024 to 2025 Panini Eminence Basketball marks the return of the company's highest-end basketball product to the industry, and what could be the final licensed Panini basketball set of this era. Eminence is back for only the fourth time since 2014 and brings with it all the luxuries collectors expect. And they ponied it up, they're sold out. Each 10-card box guarantees 9 autographs, and collectors can also find intricate patches, luxurious diamonds, and bars of real silver, gold, and platinum embedded in the cards. Whoopie-doo. In addition to the general elegance, on-card autographs and scarcity are staples of Panini Eminence. Prime memorabilia pieces also regularly pop up. Some prominent autographed memorabilia sets include rookie patch autographs, special patch autographs, NBA logo man autographs. Dual signed cards are also in play with concepts like dual autographs, legendary combo autographs, and NBA champion dual autographs. So, when I'm looking at these cards, we have this Luka Doncic, Anthony Edwards, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker card, Dirk Nowitzki. They just don't look like big standout cards to me. Diamonds will sparkle off cards and sets such as Optimum Diamond autographs and all-time buckets diamond signatures, which recognize individual scoring accomplishments. Precious metals, including silver, gold, and platinum, will appear as 1 troy ounce bars embedded into certain cards. One such set is Larry O'Brien Trophy Signatures, which has the NBA Championship trophy engraved into the precious metal that appears alongside players who have won it all. I wish it was 24 karat gold instead of just 14 karat gold, just putting that out there. Because honestly, a 14 karat gold bar isn't really worth that much. Anyway. Cards per pack in the hobby is 10. Packs per box in the hobby is 1. Boxes per case in the hobby is 1. Set size is 21 cards of base autographs. Release date was September 29th, 2025. We've gone over this before. What to expect in a hobby box. You get 9 autos. So let's hit the auto list. So base autographs, 21 cards. Parallels in gold, emerald, and platinum. Let's face it, these names are like constantly being thrown at us from Panini. Luka Doncic, and these cards are numbered out of 10. Ja Morant. Ooh, Zion Williamson. Get that Shaquille O'Neal. Champion, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. But, it's not his rookie card. And that's just it. None of these are really like rookie cards, But they just have a big, massive price tag. Magic Johnson. Hey, James Harden. Anthony Edwards. Larry Bird. Anyone else? Not really. Paolo Banchero. Good luck with that. Okay, so all-decade dual autographs. Dirk Nowitzki, Kevin Garnett. And, you just have 1 card parallel platinum of 1 of 1 there. And then all-time buckets, diamond signatures, 10 cards, and gold, emerald, platinum. And there really isn't any standout names here. There are good names here, don't get me wrong. But, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaquille O'Neal, Clyde Drexler, Larry Bird, Allen Iverson. Oh, yeah, I missed one. Hakeem Olajuwon, And then we have brand logo autographs, 23 cards. And let's see, they have Reed Shepherd. And these are out of 3, 4, 5, or even 1. Zach Edey, more Luka, more Zion. And that's just it about this list. Is the list just really isn't coming out at me. We have, more Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 1 of 1, but I don't know. A lot of these names just, they are who they are. It's just like the constant Panini crowd, not to step on anyone's toes here, because I like a lot of these players. Larry Bird's my favorite basketball player. But let's face it, Larry Bird has been signing too many autographs. And if you want a Larry Bird autograph that's not his rookie, you can just hop online and pick one up, and you can save yourself some money. Championship tag autographs, 14 cards. These cards are numbered out of 1, 3, 4, 5, even 15. Start the list. They have Giannis Antetokounmpo out of 3. Klay Thompson out of 1. Luka Doncic out of 4. A lot of Luka. Crystal Clarity, Diamond Signatures, 18 cards. And, these cards are in gold, emerald, and platinum. Really the same names we have been going over. Curtain Call, Diamond Signatures, 15 cards and parallels. Basically the same names that we've gone over. Dual Autographs, 18 cards, parallel. Yeah, I had some dual autos are awesome, but, I always like rookie cards, I mean, these are all, just player cards for the most part, I mean, hey, it's great to have autographs, but if you really want that awesome auto, you got to chase down the rookies. And it's just like Panini is almost like trying to make you forget that fact, No, just chase down these autos. Just chase down these autos. But then I come back, but they're not their rookie autos. Anyway. So maybe lower the price to make it more affordable instead of a big cash grab. Dual patch autographs, 14 cards and parallels. Numbered out 5. Nothing's really standing out. Elegant Mark, 17 cards, in gold, emerald, and platinum. Basically the same names that we've been hitting. Eminence brand logos autographs, 6 cards, numbered out of 1. They're trying to hype this up a little bit, so let's go over this. Luka Doncic, Steph Curry, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Trae Young, John Morant, Paolo Banchero. Is that great of a list? I just don't think it is. Eminence Championship tag autographs is 5 cards. Same names we've more or less been going over. I'm sure you can see those. And this laundry tag autographs, numbered out of 1 or 3. Same names we've been hitting. And this logo man autographs out of 1. Same names that we have been hitting. There really isn't anything standing out there. And this patch autographs, 14 cards, parallels. Same story. In gold, emerald, and platinum. I mean, there really isn't any standout names. Etched in time autographs, 10 cards, and gold, emerald, and platinum. Game winners, diamond signatures, same story. Gilded graphs, same players for the most part that keep signing. Jimbo patch autographs. Larry O'Brien trophy signatures, silver bar. And it just goes on and on. But it's always the same names. There isn't really any standout players here. I mean, look at all this, I mean. And honestly, if they have such a big price tag, why is it such a long list of wash, rinse, and repeat, It's really a joke. It's almost like I said earlier, it's, well, they're losing their license. This could be their last basketball release. Let's just throw a big price tag on it for a big cash grab. Really nothing standing out. I think you guys know where this set's already going to get the rating at the end of this episode. You know what I mean? Anyway, here's the memorabilia. Is there anything standing here for brand logos, 50 cards? Not really. I mean, they're numbered. And that's the sad thing here about this is they have to, make them rare, manufactured scarcity. But really, these names aren't really standing out, Yeah, these are some more current players. Yeah, hey, they're marked out of, 1 of 1s, out of 5, whatever, But are you going to be happy, spend that much money and point out a 1 of 1 Bronny James Jr.? Be honest with yourself, Who else is on here, or Lonzo Ball, 1 of 1. We have a Naz Reid, Minnesota Timberwolves out of 4, I mean, it's sad. This is a sad preview. Championship tags. And they're numbered, out of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But as far as players go, it's like the same old. I mean, we have Jimmy Butler the third on there, for memorabilia. But come on, guys. Dual brand logos, 20 cards. They're low numbered. Hey, that's special. But, I can go to the card shop and buy low numbered cards and spend $1 for, a decent basketball low numbered card. I mean, that's just it. And And hey, these are, memorabilia, and I've done that, as well. It's not that big of a deal. Dual championship tags, they start us off with Stefan Castle and Victor Wembanyama, but we all know that Wemby does not sign with Panini. This is just memorabilia. Dual laundry tags. They start us off with Shaquille O'Neal, which I have a lot of Shaquille O'Neal cards, but let's face it, there's just too much Shaquille O'Neal cards out there that they're just not valued very highly. Dual Logo Man 19 cards. These are one of ones. Hey, these are some great players. Don't get me wrong. We have Paul Gasol, Mark Gasol. Some other players as well, but none of them are really standing out. Eminence brand logos, 19 cards, one of ones. And maybe you can hit the Victor Wembanyama. Might bring you a little bit of value, but once again, it's not as rookie auto. Eminence championship tag. Then we have some LeBron James to chase. Some other players as well. Eminence dual logo man, 9 cards. I'm just not impressed. One of ones. Eminence jumbo memorabilia. Eminence laundry tags. Eminence logo man, laundry tags. I'm just going to put it out there. This list is too long. Logo man. Low numbered cards. Memorabilia swatches. NBA laundry ID tag. Quad laundry tags. Triple championship tags. Triple laundry tags. Triple logo man. Are you impressed? I'm just not. I'm just not impressed. And you can, put a big old price tag on it. When I was a body man painter, I would get cards in, and I would have to, evaluate the cost of, that it would cost to repaint the car, do the body work, all that stuff. And one of the places I worked at, and I'm doing that, and my boss is telling me, well, I still know, my old boss. I still see him here and there in town. He's a cool guy. But we were just so busy. We had so many cars backed up, because we're having to paint, do body work. He's just like, just start throwing big estimate prices on these cars, so that they don't come here. And so I'm doing these estimates, and then he's looking at raise it like $1,000 or $2,000, and these cars are coming back, and we're asking ourselves, why are they coming here? Why do they want us to do their body work, And then we started to realize it's because we're putting too big of price tags on it, so they think we're going to give them the best job. But honestly, we just wanted to broom them out so that we could manage the cars that we could do. I was just taking orders from my boss, But it kind of blew up, so we had even more cars to do the body work and paint on. Anyway, is that what this is? With these big price tags, is people really think they're getting something special, but really it's just some guy throwing a big old price tag on something that really isn't that special. Anyway, so here I am with inserts, Legend Silver Bar, 20 cards, gold one of ones. These names really aren't standout names, Magic Johnson, hey, that's great, Julius Erving, but their cards aren't really valued that much. They're great players. They should be valued a lot more. But the issue with these players is every set you practically see, Magic Johnson, sign autos, whatever, Julius Erving. How many Larry Bird autos have I seen in my lifetime? He's my favorite player, and I just go, meh. Why? Because there's too many. And these are just inserts. Ricky Silver Bar, honestly, not very good names there. Alex Sarr, give me a break, man. Veteran Silver Bar, 20 cards, gold one of ones. They always like to put Luka Doncic at the top. I like Luka Doncic. He's a great player. But he's all over this set. And that's it for inserts. So, I'll click updates. So here's the updates. 4 cards, Giannis Antetokounmpo, more Giannis, more Giannis. We have a Steve Nash here, you know, Hall of Fame patch autos. More Giannis, jumbo patch autographs. More Giannis, Optimum Diamond autographs. More Giannis, Panini Eminence Basketball patch autos. And they're all Giannis Antetokounmpo. Peerless patch autographs. Oh, all decade dual autographs. A little bit different here, platinum. But let's look at some of these guys here. James Harden, Steph Curry, Dwayne Wade, Chris Paul, Kevin Garnett, Allen Iverson, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley. Just do it. Meh. For this price tag, you guys have to do a lot more. 2021 Panini Eminence Basketball, Jumbo Patch Autos, 1 card parallels, Gold, Green, Platinum. We do have Trae Young on that. Legendary Combo Autos, Allen Iverson, Kevin Garnett, John Stockton. Panini Eminence Basketball, NBA Champions, Dual Autos, Dwayne Wade, Pat Riley, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Shaquille O'Neal, Pat Riley. Those are kind of different, you know. I mean, kind of a little chase there, I guess. Panini Eminence Basketball, Optimum Diamond autographs, Trae Young. Panini Eminence Basketball patch autographs. We have Trae Young, John Morant. Dual Championship tag autographs, Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam. Dual Logo Man auto, Kate Cunningham, Anthony Edwards, and then Logo Man autographs, Zion Williamson, which his value's just dropped, you know, even though he's still playing. So, what do you think of this? I covered it fairly well, you know, as far as a review preview, pretty much everything you can hit. A lot of wash, rinse, and repeats of, you know, former Panini NBA basketball sets. You know, they'd like to bring in, you know, basically the same veterans over and over and over again. I would just recommend chasing down their autographs rather than, you know, buying into this cash grab. And that's the way I feel this really is when you get into the names. The set really isn't that much different than other sets, you know, other than they put a big price tag on it, and they seem to think that's what it's going to take. Oh, they threw some, you know, gold, silver bars, whatever in the stuff. Who cares, you know? I mean, if I want that, I'll just go buy it at the pawn shop or buy it online and save a lot of money here. The cards really don't stand out, so, you know, I'm not going to give this a grade, you know. I haven't been doing a lot of reviews, previews, but this set to me just doesn't even, you know, get off, you know, the strip, you know, the runway, I should say. This plane is still careening towards the end of the runway. It just can't lift off. So I never give a thumbs down, but honestly, if I were to give a thumbs down, it would be likely on this product. You know, it's just, they're just trying to take people's money, and they're not really offering anything that's, you know, like super rare, super awesome. I think it's kind of Panini's pity party, to be quite honest, you know, because they're losing, you know, their NBA licenses, which honestly, I could care less. I'm not a big fan of Panini. I never have been, never will be. I've always felt like those licenses should have been an Upper Deck, you know. I'm a big Upper Deck fan, you know, or give to someone else, give to Leaf, you know, or you know, maybe let Donruss have its own company, give to Donruss, you know, anything, you know. So I'm not buying into the Panini pity party. Give us all your money. Why? Because it's our last licensed NBA product. Anyway, if you feel differently, leave some comments. Thank you to my subscriber base. And if you haven't subscribed and you're a viewer, hey, it's 100% free. And they could really help out my channel because I'm still not monetized. Anyway, hope you have a great day. I'm out of here. Bye.